quite a lot of deep house stuff around at the moment that has this slower tempo and a real kind of organic sample sounding kind of vibe, you know, as if everything's been sampled off of vinyl. So I've got this little vibe here just to demonstrate a couple of things that you can do to get that kind of flavour without actually sampling. So let's have a look. We've got here some Rhodes chords. You can see these in the piano roll. And let me just show you what's going on with these if I take away the effects. So there's the EVP-88 Suitcase Mark 1, just raw on its own. First thing I did, scanner vibrato. Just to add a little bit of chorus with a slight shift in pitch. Very slow, you can see here. The phase over here to create a nice little bit of width. The bit crusher. 9-bit resolution, no drive, so that gives it the fizzy noise as if it's come from a low quality sampler. Channel EQ, just to thin it out, add a little bit of a slightly resonant peak over here, give it a worn kind of flavour. Reverb, bit of space, followed by another reverb, but this time with a reverse impulse. So that's a synthesized impulse. I just changed the length here, flipped reverse up here to get that flavour. So it's sounding like something off of a bit of, you know, some old tune or something. So next, bass. Just simply the ESM, little custom patch that I've got here, the vintage saw bass, and I just tweaked that a little bit. You can use the settings that you can see here for that. The beats. Just a simple EXS24 factory library instrument. The R&B remix kit. You can see the programming in here in this window. This is running through a bit crusher at 7-bit. Take it off. Really clean. Like that kind of rough flavour. The other thing that I did was I humanized the timing. So I selected everything, came down to functions, transform, humanize, and I used a value of 20. On here, so that shifts the timing around more. You know, you can see here it's under the position heading. The rest of this is velocity randomization and note length randomization. So very slight here, the 20 on the position, and that meant that these grid positions, if you have a look, these are not exactly on the beat. Can you see that? There's a lot of variation going, so that gives it that real kind of rough and ready human kind of vibe. Congas, just factory Apple loops. So you can see that here, but what I did with that was I gated it. Take the gate off, you can hear all the little pitter patters of the hands there. I didn't want that, it sounded too busy, so I just gated it out. You see the activity here when it's shutting it off. And then final, just the icing on the cake. Just a vinyl crackle with a low cut. So this is just from a record, and I didn't even bother editing it properly, I just set it on a loop. And that's providing a nice kind of ambient noise texture. So just to show you can create that sampled kind of vibe by using some of the plugins, and also giving yourself a little helping hand. The vinyl crackle definitely makes a difference, but that's for that more down tempo, rough and ready sort of sample based approach to deep house.